All right. So I'm just going to jump in. I feel like everybody watching that's in chat now already knows what happened in the past few sessions, as it's been pretty intense. I did forget to mention that once these main baddies were defeated, the other forces started to disperse. Apparently their target was the Rune Keeper, and with that plan failed, the rest of them started to bamf out. Or get killed, destroyed. So, here we go. Stormfall tonight, yay. Episode 109. 109 3-hour sessions. That is incredible to me. I love it.
Whoa, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a feat.
Yeah. Thank you all for... it's amazing. For all of
Let's
you
hit
being
200.
here.
I know we can hit 200.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, there's too much to play with in Dan's world. Totally make 200.
Nice. Well, yeah, I wonder what we'll get to before campaign 2. Ooh. Okay.
Campaign.
But for tonight.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The exciting sequel, Stormfall 2.
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah. I feel like once
Everybody's having babies and marrying each other?
Yeah. Perfect, yes. And then you can play the grandchildren at level 1. And you can...
Hey,
That's not awkward at all.
Hey, I did a play by email RPG like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We did the grandchildren of like characters that we created anyways.
Nice.
I won't go into that.
Honestly, I figure when we get, when things wrap up, and you're near level 20, yeah, I'll probably give the option to see what everyone wants between doing like God. I mean, level 20 is like deity level, encroaching upon that, and going into the above, you don't get higher levels, but you get boons and stuff. Or, resetting at level 1 with fresh characters and probably a time jump or some other thing, a different location, all fresh stuff. But that's the future. But exciting. Okay. Yes, here we go. Set the scene. Me. Mind numb from the frantic pace and overwhelming stress and responsibility, our heroes now disperse from the very first meeting of the Stormfall Coalition. It was decided that word must be spread and a proper information network with redundancies be put in place before any other moves are made. And so our friends have the next 2 or 3 weeks to rest, prepare, or anything else they decide to do. Councilperson Shuffletrot will return to Xanbora and has asked that the party join her. For now, the twilight hour has approached, and the blue, ever-burning flames begin to dance in the street lamps of the city, and the many thousands of floating blue ethereal embers that zip and weave like little pixies illuminate even the darkest of alleys here in Metz. The brisk chill of early winter nips at the ears and noses of the residents of the city, completely oblivious to the attack on Tensor University. As the tall, dark gray clouds roll in, covering the pinkish hue cast across the wispy clouds above, a small flurry of large, fluffy snowflakes begins to fall, finding rest on the stone streets of the city. As we bundle ourselves in our jackets and pull our hats firmly down over our ears, we join our heroes on tonight's episode of Stormfall. Yay! So, you are all, that meeting, the first meeting of the Stormfall Coalition, has effectively been dispersed. You're here in the city of Metz, and Councilperson Shuffletrot approaches, or asks if you to come to the side, waits behind with you. So, that was big. Yeah? That's not just me, is it?
Well, your heart is quite big, but no, it's not just you.
Oh. And she kind of jostles a little, her little tambourine at her hip, jingling a bit. Well, I have to get back to Xanbora and make sure that things stay safe and sound there. But I was hoping I could convince you all to come back with me. I know you have a place to rest there, and there's plenty the city could offer since we are kind of stuck for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks. And it would just kind of be nice to have, have you all near those that are willing. But it's up to you.
So, remind me, what are we waiting for?
A lot of good points were brought up. We need to initially get word out. Misinformation is a problem right now. There's been a lot of wrong information sent saying that some of us are behind some of these happenings. There are other events, other places that were under attack, and we need to get word out, official word out, that it was not us, that it was in fact this Raikari, and to different information to different levels of people, of course.
Gotcha.
And Sterling Sam brought up that we should really establish a suitable information network to gather information with a few redundancies so we can double check our facts from different sources, since so much of this has just gone under detection so far before we make any moves.
And we can do that in Xanbora?
Xanbora, I feel, is one of the best places to do this. We're advanced with all of our arcane knowledge and everything that the Tildari have shared with us. We have your keep is actually a really, aside from being a fortified location, it has the mage circle and other things that offer certain powers, and there's plenty to learn there too. If you're looking just to recover, I know you all must. I remember those days of go, and if you're looking for work to earn coin, or learning some brushing up on some skills or learning some new ones, I'm sure I can point you in the right direction in Xanbora. I might be able to here, but it's really expensive here in Metz. Everything is. It's a little much.
I agree.
Nice to visit.
You make a compelling case for Xanbora. You should consider running for city council, perhaps.
Emil. Well, I'll give you some time to think about it. I know it's getting pretty late, and I imagine you all want to rest. I know I do. I'm not leaving till morning, probably after breakfast. Sure. I'm a breakfast person. But let me know what you think in the morning. I will. Well, you can probably find me in the cafeteria. Yeah.
Okay. See you then.
Right. She skips off down the hall out to the elevator area. All right. What would you all like to do?
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Devanya joined us when we started out on the quest to save the Runekeeper, right?
Mm-hmm. It was right after right after you came back from the Tildari. Yep. As M went back.
So Devanya, this seems to be the culmination of why you joined us. Does this mean that you'll be leaving us soon? Or, I mean, you're welcome, but I guess I was never really clear on what you were doing with us beyond this.
To be honest, I wasn't either. I have to say, you guys are a weird bunch. Reckless, but...
Goes without saying.
I like you guys, and I don't like many people. I don't know.
Nobody would ever have guessed that about you, Devanya.
Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know how long I'll be here, or how long Scarlet wants me to help. You don't have to trust me, and quite frankly, I don't trust most of you, 100%. I don't know. I have business south of Metz that I need to attend to soon. Other than that, here's the end of the world, just about, so what else is new? How long have you been with this group?
Me personally? Since Bexley the first time, I guess. Long time.
Have there been many others?
Other groups? Other people in the group?
Yeah, people that come and go and pass as, just... I suck at making small talk, so... Forgive me if I cross a line.
You're fine, Devanya. Although, I suppose the sad look on my face tells you all you need to know. Far too many have come and gone.
Such is life. I'd be
Yeah,
wrong.
it is. I just wished that things would be better on the road than they were at home, but this will be it.
I will say one thing. Sometimes the monsters aren't actually monsters. They're the people.
Yeah, we had some of those in the party too.
Is Aaron ever going to ask Galathor out?
Were you ever a teenager? Because that's kind of what it feels like, doesn't it? You know, I suppose as a cleric of Hermod, it might be my holy duty to start a pool, a little game of chance, perhaps, to see exactly when she does so.
Okay.
Could be fun.
How to pass the time, that's for sure.
Indeed.
So, who is that white-haired elf woman that was going through that port when I arrived?
Out of character, I'm racking my brain. White-haired drow? White-haired non-drow?
What, Emersina?
White-haired elf with
Oh,
the whole
Emersina.
flappy wings. She seemed quite skittish.
Another one who came and went. I suppose you could argue she took my bird, but
Wait, you had
that's actually literal, not figurative.
you had a bird?
I had a companion raven for quite some time, but he went his own way.
I guess I don't understand pets, so to speak. Seems like everybody has one, in a way, or a companion.
Sometimes they're easier to talk to than people.
Can't you just not talk to people?
Well,
Sometimes?
sometimes if you have a pet and you're talking to your pet, they'll leave you alone. Works pretty well. Of course, one should be clear, we're not talking about Blueberry, who is by no means a pet.
Oh, of course. I actually quite like Blueberry. Very brave.
The hand gestures from Beth are amazing, by the way.
Awesome.
They're great.
See, you're not so bad at making small conversation. You're doing just fine.
Where I grew up, I didn't have very many friends because I was the only person in my town that had these topaz colored eyes.
And I think you'll find...
thought it was weird.
I think you'll find Kaylin was the only one in her town who wasn't an elf. Maybe we're a bit... You'll have to ask her. It's her story, but I think you'll find you're not the only one in this group that's at least a little bit of an outcast.
Oh, yeah, you... Maybe one day I'll share more.
Don't feel obliged. Just
No,
be yourself and be comfortable.
No, I don't think I'll ever be comfortable.
Not even with yourself?
I never was. I don't think I deserve to be comfortable with anybody anyways, so... I'll just kind of mess with the pouch that has the gemstones in it. And hear a little clinking and click-clacks while they're moving around.
I suppose if I'd been a cleric for years, I'd have something wise to say to that, but since I spent most of my life as a rogue, I'm afraid I'll have to let that one go.
You got any smart-ass remarks? I'll be here for that, too.
I wouldn't dream of offering a smartass remark in this comment when I'm facing the master.
Okay. Rain check, then.
Fair enough. All right, if you'll excuse me, I should probably talk to the vampires before we head out.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that. Good luck.
Thank you, you too.
All right. As you roll in this, war room, council room of sorts, Emil turns to step away. Devani kind of turns back in a direction where everyone else is. Anyone else have anything they'd like to role play out before figuring out what to do for the evening?
Who all's in this room, Dan, besides our party?
Sterling, Sam, I don't know. She's probably going to be pretty busy, so she probably shot off. Runekeeper, you see, actually make a perception check, and Aaron win with advantage, because I'm sure you're keeping
Is
an
there
eye
any
on
way
her.
that I can try to catch up with Sterling Sam before she heads off?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to make, you definitely can.
I think I want to talk to her first.
Okay.
So Kaylin, if she sees Sterling Sam turn to head off, she'll follow her wherever she needs to.
Okay. And anybody with higher than a 13 on their perception check will see.
I got a 14.
Oh, nice.
I got a 16.
Awesome. You'll see the Runekeeper stumble a bit as he's getting into a seat to sit down and pick up some more of the books, make them float in front of him and turn the pages. He's walking over and stumbles, staggers a bit before getting down into the chair, clearly still very weakened and weary. But Kaylin, you are able to catch up before Sterling Sam gets on the elevator. So you're down that moderately dim hallway that leads back to the elevator.
Sam,
Okay then.
thank you for the help earlier, by the way.
Of course.
Can you hear me okay, Dan?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I put my mic up a little bit higher, so I just want to make sure I was being heard okay.
Neat.
So, where have your travels taken you that you can tell me? Of course.
Further than I would like to travel. A bit around the world and back again. And there's only more ahead. But at least I can
Always.
do, right? Won't be my first time helping save the world. What can I do for you, Kate?
Haven't heard of a crazy female dwarf during your travels, have you?
Plenty. Is there one in particular or any more specifics you have?
I'm keeping an eye out for my mom.
Oh, right.
If you hear of anything that could be connected.
Well, there's a lot of work ahead here, but with that, there's also some pros, and that's an even better information network. So I will certainly keep that out as we build this out across the continents. This is a big undertaking, but yeah, perhaps I'll be able to hear something.
And may I ask you something else?
Sure.
Do you know anything about gods? Or, I guess, beings using people?
Aye. I've seen that a fair bit in my time.
What would you think of a being using a humanoid, a human creature to not asking them to do anything bad, but not revealing themselves?
I may have a biased opinion, as I'm always interested in the who, what, when, why, and where. But I've known some great people and adventurers and strong people that have had patrons of that sort that grant them power, arcana, or other skills. Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. I think that in my experience, either if they're keeping information from you, they're either maybe something akin to an archfey. They like to be tricky. Sometimes it could be an archdevil, and they also aim to be tricky. But if it's doing good, it's either they have devious plans or they're just there to support. I guess it kind of depends on what it is they're... Are they guiding you towards anything in particular, any type of action? Like, sometimes they're just neutral and they will have you do either good things or evil, and other times they're just all about making you be tricksy and such.
She'll look around. Is there anyone else around, Dan?
Not down here, no, currently.
Okay. Well, of course, I mean, I'm sure you've already realized I'm speaking from experience.
I thought perhaps.
Nothing particular that it's guiding me towards. It has warned me about things coming to protect myself and protect my friends. it did take something from me, and she'll kind of motion up to her eye, but it's also given me powers to help myself, I guess, and also guidance. She'll kind of sift through her bag, Dan. Maybe give like Sam a couple of things to hold as she continues to sift through it, and find the drawing that finds the drawing that she did of that she pieced together the different pieces of, and then she made a drawing of that of the figure standing over her. And she'll show that to her. Would that concern you?
Is this the one that has
This is the one, yeah. This is the one that like
open bins?
This being had her like make a bunch of scribble pages and then piece them together, and it was something like it was the ghost, like a ghosted figure, and then Kaylin, and then like I think you said a bigger figure above it with like a cloak one with its face cloak.
That's right. Yeah. And there were like empty caskets behind each of you. Yeah.
Yes.
Like one was open and two were closed, or two were open. Okay. All right.
And you said there was some of it that wasn't filled in.
Yeah. Okay. I'd say that if I were seeing that, I'd probably be a bit keen on finding out what exactly it was. So it showed you this? Was it in a dream, or was it in...
It took over my body of sorts.
All right.
It had me draw that, and then it also had me... And she'll show her the piece of paper that she tore from her journal of the phrase that she kept writing over and over, which I will find in one moment.
Nice. Oh,
it was something like about the light, out of the darkness. Yeah, something like that.
Well, it's all a bit too ominous for my taste, but if it's given you what you need, I'd say use it for now, but always be wary of the unknown. This is my motto anyway. Do what you can to find out more information about it. Perhaps if it asks you to do something, try and barter for some more information before if you're considerate anyway. Maybe you'll do whatever it's asking if it shares maybe a name or some history or something to help you pinpoint.
I think what scares me the most is that it's mostly me asking for power and it granting.
I see.
So I'm just kind of waiting for the anvil to fall with it, per se.
Right.
So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. There's not too many people who care to understand it or wouldn't be afraid of it.
Right. Would you mind drawing another, like a copy of this, even if it's a quick sketch or something, so I can take it with me, and maybe there's some symbology here that I don't know. I can maybe get some information on.
She'll hand the drawing to Sam. I have this memorized. I can just draw it another time.
Thank you.
I've looked at it enough.
Appreciate it. I'll see what I can find. We need to... This is the kind of information we need to understand if we're looking to have a chance against everything we have ahead of us. But I'll see what I can find for you, Caitlin. Certainly.
Thanks. Sorry. Emil, to share with everyone in chat, Emil put in our private chat, don't do it, Steph. You're an artist. Make her pay for your work.
Yes. That's amazing. Is that a tattoo. He sees a little bit of the tattoo, the dragon tattoo. Is that new? I didn't know you had ink, Kaylin.
It's a dragon. I mean, it's an
Lovely.
actual dragon.
Oh, all right. How does that work?
We have a luck dragon in the party,
Oh, wow.
and it suddenly started binding itself to people in a tattoo form.
Always something.
It's always something, yes.
This world
Well, I won't keep you another moment, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you
Right.
for your advice, and stay safe.
He was well. I'm gonna scan, the hallway in the room behind you. Turn, tuck that paper into her jacket, and walk through the elevator.
Mr. Dungeon Master,
Yes.
when there was mention in the last episode of the tower with Blueberry's master,
Yes.
when did that come up exactly?
Callie has an ability akin to scrying, and Blueberry was off to the side because he was feeling some doubt about moving forward with Raikari and being deadly, and, a very dangerous thing, and Blueberry had set out to find the master. And during that discussion, Callie scryed and was able to see Blueberry's master in a large circular room with small sort of arrow slit, like not that small, but small-ish windows. And his master was standing over one of the windows, looking out the window over a beautiful, very large port city with the ocean on the horizon there.
That got tied into last session too, right?
I believe it did. Gosh, how did I have so much of it floating around from Kira's Lament on Tuesday nights. It's hard to parse out, sorry. I do believe...
I just want to give Blueberry an opportunity, like if there was a hook there for him
right.
to... I don't remember if it was Sam or if it was the Runekeeper or like somehow it came up.
Yeah. Was it... Did Aga send that in his message, Steph? Caitlin? Did he reference the tower? Oh, you're muted, sorry.
Sorry, it was something in last session with the Runekeeper.
Okay.
You mentioned a tower that kind of you said was where it cures the Mint people. You told us later.
Okay. He did mention the tower, didn't he? There was something that you were going to need there.
Referenced a mage tower, yes.
Okay. So the Runekeeper would have probably dropped a vague hint as to that's what needs to be addressed next. I think he said that Raikari was going to need something from there. I think is where we were.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Oh, 2 or 3, but let somebody else go here.
I'll just start. I'll go around and ask Galazor.
Not right now.
Okay. Mort?
Probably just check in with Erwin, see how she is doing, since she had a rough time of it in the go around there.
You can probably find her if she's returning down that dark, dim hallway at one point.
Yeah, she's staying by the Runekeeper. It's like she saw him stumble, so she's just gonna she's gonna be like the gopher. Just like if he wants books, she'll go get him. Could just kind of sit.
He seems to be thankful, like, thank you, child.
And she's still like glowing like a light bulb. She's got all her roots active.
More you see Aaron.
She'll just stand over his shoulder like a reading lamp.
Nice.
So how are they? How's the Runekeeper doing?
He still seems kind of tired. I mean, eating that skeleton thing probably hasn't helped his stomach any because it's all bones and no meat. Yeah, I think he's still not quite. He's awake, but not quite recovered yet.
Okay. How are you doing? I mean,
this entire exchange since we have teleported here has sucked.
yeah, but sometimes you have to go places you don't like. Hopefully, we don't have to go to Brass. I hope.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. I don't know if you saw things too, but there were some times when we passed through some things, and then there were visions of crazy things, and it was. I don't know how to describe it because it was just not good. And then I started seeing more things, and then it was like everything was coming back out of the woodwork to haunt me and come after me again. It just wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, that's something that's concerning me greatly. We'll have to look into this. Somebody is messing with my mind and your mind and maybe all our minds. I get, things that aren't there, or convincingly I think they're there or they're not, and it's definitely someone's either trying to break us up or.
I wonder if that crystal lady did something. She
Maybe.
certainly had plenty of time to do it.
And plenty of opportunity with us being around her.
Opportunity and ability.
I wonder if you can get checked out for that.
I don't know. It was the runekeeper helped me out. Kind of touched me and cleared out my head a lot of everything. So you can ask him.
I'll approach maybe the runekeeper, see if he's up for a conversation.
Okay, he's busy flipping through his book, the cover of which has a dragon on it.
Appropriate.
Most a pro.
Yes. Mortimer, yes.
First, I'll have to excuse me. Is it okay? I don't want to just address you as runekeeper, or do you have a more preferred way of addressing you? Or?
Runekeeper's fine.
Okay. So runekeeper it is. Through this endeavor, it seems that someone is delving into our minds and apparently from great distances and playing games with us. I mean, is that a thing that can be prevented, or what measures can we take to help ourselves battle this kind of mind control?
Depends on the source. Ring of mind shielding may assist.
And Mortal whip out his journal and ring of mind shielding.
Difficult to say. In what ways has it?
Particularly for me, at least, a couple occasions where there was someone who came to my door in the middle of the night claiming to be representing somebody, and when I asked someone else to come from a different direction to look, there was nobody there. And another occasion, I saw a tarantula threatening one of my companions, and the tarantula wasn't there. But I took action. It was very convincing for me. And I've been at a couple occasions seeing and even sensory overload so much from my past, which nobody here would know about.
It could be an assault from afar, or perhaps an invisible kind closer. Thinking, or an item, or something that has been picked up or found along the way.
That's interesting.
Yes, I would start with the ring. Seek out a ring of mind shielding and see how you fare. But
Thank you.
be sure to keep Sam apprised. It could be vital information. We mustn't overlook anything.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. Are there any other matters that I may help you with?
Not for me at this moment. Thank you. Hopefully, we'll see you back up on your feet again.
Gives a nod, goes back to his book. Flip, 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 flip.
I won't even dare sneak a peek at what he's like.
It'll burn your eyes out. Yeah. Just kidding. Anything else for Mort?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Aaron, anything else?
She's just gonna help the roomkeeper, and while she's doing that, she's gonna be looking, just kind of like, she's gonna look for old books, anything that would have to do with that time portal that Morton I had been researching. And then any accounts of other rune children, rune children, and any myths associated with them.
Make an investigation check. There's only a handful of bookshelves currently in the way Serenity is arranged right now, which again is the space, the actual center here where the Runekeeper resides. And it can change shape and form, as I think he mentioned a little bit last session.
That's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, there's hardly any books. In his weekends, it may be tied to him and his power, or just the fact that he has it set up as a sort of a war room, for lack of a better term, council room currently. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
She's running around more than anything.
Nice. All right. Then anything from Rain? What would Rain like to be up to?
I think Rain will just Rain, just outside by a mill and and then just seeing what he's doing, and then just pull up a seat and pull out a book to read.
All right. I think I feel Callie's going to be buzzing about because she was let out, I think, for this. And she'll buzz over and see you over with Emil, and kind of buzz around near the side of your head, and see you just sort of, processing thing. Hi, Rain. Hi.
I'll look up in my book and see.
Is everything all right? Okay. I don't suppose did you want to fly for a little bit? It's kind of a big room here. I thought maybe I kind of missed our flying back where in the other house, the musty one. And I thought it might be kind of fun to say we flew through this dragon's lair. Huh?
It's tempting.
Hang on. You know you want to. Buzz it around.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I want to race you down this hall and back. Okay. The first one back gets an extra treat for breakfast. Has to give the other one their extra treat.
Okay.
Yes. And she taps you on the shoulder, and you begin to levitate with the fly spell. And off you race. Of course, you're gonna beat her because you'll be. She may let you anyway, but but she'll make it a good race. All right, but ultimately leading back to a meal and everything where you'd want it to be, and she's gonna kind of think, oh, that was fun. Oh, so now we can say, remember that time we flew through the dragon's lair, and we don't have to mention that we were friends with the dragon, and we'll still be telling the truth. Okay, I'm gonna go see what else I can do. Thank you.
And then I'm gonna continue to read.
Oh, okay, nice. Awesome. All right, she buzzes off. Okay, blueberry. Anything for blueberry right
now? Yes. I'm gonna walk over to the Ruin Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of sit down on the floor by the side of him and just sort of start pulling his leg.
Yes.
Oh, hi. I have a few questions, if that's okay.
Of course. And he'll wave a hand, and so this beautiful, super comfortable chair comes up, but the seat is only a foot off the ground. It's clearly a nice seat, but made for puppers. So it's extra circular and round, and the back is only a foot and a half tall, and you can climb in the front. It's nice and cozy.
Okay. Yes. So I climb in and do 3 or 4 turns.
Nice.
And then I just sort of rest my head on the side, looking at him.
Yes.
And you mentioned a mage tower.
Yes.
You don't happen to know if I mean it's a long shot, but if there's a statue of a dragonborn near there?
Yes. The city of Xanbora is where it stands. Kromash is a dragonborn hero, and a statue resides in the center of town, of the city. You've been there.
No. So where is that tower? Is that Xanbora?
On the other side of the world. The city of Xanbora on a continent called Vasarel. I guess I don't think he knows anything about the other people. The Curious Lament crew that you all met in the crossover. Very, very difficult to traverse quadrants of the world, but I believe you have the means, and you have the means to travel directly to the tower, which is part of a plan I would put together. Not directly per se, but it would require a stopover of sorts, but the tower. Ancient magics lie within that tower. Once, not too long ago, of course he's talking in dragon years, it's been abandoned for 11 years now. This tower held magic that tethered different portions to different quadrants of the world. Those connections were broken, and the contents were, well, no one knows what happened to those within that were residing there at the time, but there is a way to enter directly from the city. Dangerous, but there is a way. Then, there, of course, is always a door. But to reach this, you would need to travel through the City of Doors, Sigil, which I believe you've done once before.
Potentially, I phase out a lot of things we do. It's all a lot over my head. I just tend to follow the people in front of me. But going back to the tower,
Yes.
If you ever heard of someone called Aoife Ravenglass?
What was her first name again?
Aoife.
Aoife, okay. Ravenglass, was that it?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. I have it somewhere, but I want to put it in this document.
That's cool.
Thanks. Yes. The name rings a bell from somewhere in my history. A wizard, I believe. Some
Yes.
Talent. Yes. Considerable talent. How do you know of Eva?
She's my human.
I see. Yes.
But I lost her,
Oh,
and I've been trying to find her ever since.
I'm sorry for your loss. She had much to offer this world.
Is she dead?
Oh, I inferred that she was dead. My apologies. You simply lost her. And you've been seeking her. Do you have any clue where she may be?
Well, and I kind of like point to Callie zipping around with Rain.
Nice.
Callie, our friend, scryed on her, and it looked like she was in the tower.
Let us take a look. And your chair slowly and comfortably slides back about 10 feet, as does his. Just the space kind of works that way here. And with a wave of his hand, a small, short little circular table in between you two just bamps down into the floor. And a blue column of light comes up. It's just a bunch of vertical lights sort of firing by, like static almost. And you can see his hand raised with a little bit of a shake as he's trying to cast this spell. And the image that you're seeing stands about maybe 12 feet tall or so by maybe 6.5 feet wide, sort of cylindrical, three-dimensional shapes forming. The static and light starts to reflect. It's almost like it speeds up and then becomes a more definable image. Clouds rushing by. It almost looks like an ocean flowing below. Excuse me. Before doing a very quick zip to a shore and a fairly large port city. And then another zip to a tower behind the city. And through the window of the tower. And you see your master, once again, this time sitting on the opposite side of this same cylindrical room. And in a rather comfortable chair. There is some warm tea, though you don't see a kettle or any other means to create it. and she is reading from a number of books and glancing out. It's a forest on the other side. She looks out this window. She kind of glances again longingly outside, and then returns to the book she's reading. She has a quill and ink, and she writes in the sideline of a couple pages. And the roomkeeper speaks while this image is up. This is the tower. This floor of the tower used to connect elsewhere.
Do you know where?
The mists. There is a part of this world that is shrouded in mist. And this floor used to connect there. There's a floor that connects here. Used to connect here. Now, the door to that can be found in Sigil. There is a door within the tower itself for that quadrant. And perhaps one where the Tildari reign. But Raikari seeks something out from this tower. I am unsure as of yet exactly what item this would be, but I intend to research and study all notes taken before the disappearance of those mages to see what they had and held there at the tower. But it would seem your master is suspended there.
On a side note, Dan, does she seem older than as I remember, or the same?
She actually seems just the same. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Raikari could want the tower itself if it's able to travel or connect to different parts of the world?
If Raikari could reconnect the tower to the different quadrants of the world, yes. If Raikari's goal is to assist yeah, thank you. Yathaz and all the death that he seeks to bring across the world, and yes, certainly, that's... Yes.
So if she's in this tower, she's alive.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
And I jump upon his lap.
Oh, the spell fades. And he seems to have a fondness, and he'll go to sort of pet behind you under your wizard hat in the back here. Yes, well, I do hope to find a means to assist you traveling here. Perhaps I can find the means to enter that particular floor if you find yourselves there.
Yes. Please keep me updated with anything you find.
I will.
I'm gonna stay in his lap.
Okay, nice. All right, he's on board with that. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let me zip back around.
Just one quick thing. Wart's still in the room, and he's been flipping through his journal, like sort of rubbing his head, getting ready to walk out, but he turns around to the room keeper and he's just like, just one more thing. And I'll start. Gotcha. And I'm going to cast minor illusion, do almost like a little slideshow of this is the keep we're going back to.
Yes.
It's in Xanbora. Now, this is the object of curiosity that's been a stone in my shoe since I've come across it. Now, show him the mirror.
Ooh. That's.
It has stumped a lot of mages greater than I on what this mirror does. We've heard many things. People gone missing. Other people seeing visions.
This. Well, I cannot say exactly what this mirror does from here. It is definitely a mirror powered by ley lines.
There's like 3 of them connecting in, I think.
Yeah. Next
and
slide.
Has a
that
visible reaction as you say that. 3.
There's that crystal lady was really interested in it too.
Indeed, she would have been.
Yeah, that's the next slide in the show. The 3 ley lines connecting back at the mage circle in our backyard.
I felt that power when I teleported us all there, but 2 perhaps. I thought, but 3. That is an incredible force of magical energy. Did this crystalline one have access to the ley lines where they intersect, or this mirror? Have you powered this mirror up with the ley lines?
Well, no, I did not know how to do that, but I must confess, unfortunately, seeking out the solution to this mirror puzzle, I did show her the mirror, and she was on the property. So
do not blame yourself. And you were taken in. I would research this mirror with caution. Any ley line mirror holds great power, but one that sits atop it, 3 intersecting. Potent indeed.
Okay, I think we have a cloth over it now. If that helps.
Yeah, and didn't we bury it?
It's
Well, like not the
the door. The door.
Yeah, like the door. Like you can't really get in it at all.
Yeah.
If and when I'm well enough to travel again, if you'll have me, I will take a closer look.
Oh, you would be most welcomed.
On a side note, just not in character, out of the mirror, am I the only one that looked in it?
I did.
Ooh,
Oh, okay, cool.
Bless you. Nice.
As you were.
Okay. Nice. All right. Rain, were you raising your hand? Did you also have something you wanted to do earlier, or did I?
Oh no, I was trying to hide the sneeze.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
But since you
Oh, yeah,
have came back to me, I'm going to go find Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hang on. Put a pause on that.
Okay.
Just a second. So, never mind.
Okay. In that case, I'll jump back to Emil that had some other things.
Okay, I'll try and do at least the first one quickly. So I mean, when Emil left Divania, he said he was going to go see the vampires, but he'll go see Nala first.
Ah.
And he'll approach her and bow slightly to her.
Oh.
Nice to see you again, Nala.
Hi, Emil. She gives a bow back. She's probably, I guess she's hit 18 now, but she still looks fairly, much the same. Full of spunk, the messy red hair, short red hair. She has a bit more stylish. She has we'll say she has a side shave now. A little more edgy. Hi. Yeah, how are you?
Well, it's been one of the longer days I've had, but it's good to be among friends.
Good. This is all a lot for me to take in. I'm not gonna lie.
I seem to recall a conversation we had in the streets of Black Rock Landing that this was the kind of thing you were looking for.
Yes. Oh, no, please don't get me wrong. Definitely very excited. Lots of adventure and intrigue, and I'm still learning all sorts of great things from Sterling Sam. It's a dragon, Emil. A dragon.
And you made a difference today.
Yeah, I guess I was glad to. I was pretty scared, but I'm glad that we made it in time. We were racing and very nervous. We wouldn't make it in time, so I'm glad.
You remember what happened in Black Rock Landing?
I remember all the things. Yes.
When we had the fight with the people who were there, that's what we felt like. We were racing and we weren't sure what would happen.
Oh.
So I think you're closer to the center of things than you think you are.
Thanks.
I also wanted to ask, have you been staying at the keep with no name?
I've been, yes, for the most part. Yep. It's been, it took a little while to get used to, the giant trees and
Did they pick you up again?
No, thankfully no, but every time I hear the wind blow at a branch, I probably jump about half a foot. It was scary. A lot of scary things, but I've got to be brave and do them anyway. No, it's kind of nice now. Yeah. And Felix
you've
makes
grown up a lot.
food. I guess
I was just going to ask, how is Felix?
Well, I've actually been away for a little bit from the keep. I don't know. See, I don't really know.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see him soon. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But last you saw, he was well.
Yeah, he was. He was all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Anything I can help with, or this evening, or anything like that? Or are you all going out anywhere? I would love to hang out if you're all like getting a drink or something, or getting dinner.
I think we might have actually traveled between continents twice today, so I think most of us will probably be sleeping.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, I guess I better go find Sam before I get yelled at. So, but it was nice
seeing you, Noah.
Yeah, it was great catching up with you, Emil. Take care. I'm gonna turn and hop onto the elevator and give it an extra wave as it closes up.
All right, Emil does need to go talk to the vampires, but Emil probably also needs to go to the bathroom. So
Ooh.
I don't know. How do you want to do this?
You know what? It can't hurt to do that first. Yeah. So as the roomkeeper's scrying spell fades back, it goes zip back right next to a latrine in the room. That's where we'll take a bio break. Yeah. Awesome. So for those who don't know, we take an 8 to 10 minute bio break. They get coffee and such. I'll put up our BRB screen, but we'll keep our mics hot, and we'll catch you all really soon.
Hot.
Okay. All right. Be right back.
Lulu.
Neat. All right. Goldie.
So hot right now. So hot.
Thank you.
Hot.
I need to make that coffee.
Does Felix know? Oh, he went back. Never mind.
Oh, he's
I'm
back.
still here.
Does Felix know about Brixie? Because I'm so lost.
I honestly can't remember.
Either.
It would basically depend on if we visited the keep before or after that fateful ocean voyage.
I don't think we have.
Mm-mm.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I still haven't watched that episode. I've been avoiding that episode.
I'm not gonna rewatch that episode because it was traumatic for me. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go do dishes.
Cool.
Fun. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Yeah, me too. Oh, sorry.
So Ed, since I know you really enjoy comparing weather with me, I believe on Thursday I estimated that after the snowplow came by that I shoveled 1,000 pounds of snow from the end of my driveway.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sure you know exactly what that feels like.
Did the snow ever end, Warren?
It did, and it actually, like, the volume was less than they estimated, but the mass was exactly what they estimated. So it was very wet and heavy. Like it wasn't like it was like this much snow. It was like just extremely wet snow.
Yeah.
And slush that all got pushed to the end of my driveway and had to be moved out of the way.
Oh God.
What was the mess?
Just
like
the snowstorm. Like it was. I mean, I estimated 1,000 pounds the end of my driveway. That was just from how heavy the shovelfuls felt and how many of them I needed to move just to clear the driveway.
What? That's insane.
Because I guess like 20 to 30 pounds per shovelful and 30 to 50 shovelfuls. So somewhere in there.
I wish
Just a guess. I mean, maybe I'm way off, but.
Well, I wish Oklahoma had that kind of weather, but no. We had snow flurries. I think on Wednesday. No, it didn't stick because the ground was too warm.
Wait, you had snow on Wednesday and we had snow later in the day? Maybe you sent your Oklahoma snow up to Canada.
No. We don't get like what you guys get. We just got flurries. I was wearing like athletic pants. I think what shoes were I wearing? I don't know. And I was wearing a cardigan and my Yoda shirt, baby Yoda to be precise.
And Ed was wearing sandals and a Hawaiian shirt.
It was in the low 60s today, and it's supposed to gradually start warming up.
Yeah, you know Ed and his Hawaiian shirts. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I own so many Hawaiian shirts.
Beth, how was the weather across the pond?
Well, we had the smallest of snow flurries. So, we all started to freak out.
My cousins post on Facebook when they have like a dusting of snow as though it's something noteworthy.
Thing.
Yeah.
It is noteworthy here. If it's anything but it's raining, it's noteworthy. And even then, if it's too much rain, it's noteworthy. We got a lot of flooding at the moment. It's just continually raining.
That was us a year ago. We had continuous rain in Oklahoma, and the flooding was ridiculous. And so we have a World War II ship called the USS Batfish, and literally they had to tie that sucker down so it wouldn't flow across the Arkansas River. It was ridiculous.
How did it get there?
Huh?
What's the access to the ocean? Does the Arkansas connect to the Mississippi or something? Like, how did they get a World War II ship that far inland?
Aliens.
I mean, it's a museum, so I don't know.
Okay.
Warren, how often do you have to shovel snow? Like, how many times per season?
I mean, at minimum, I've probably had to 4 or 5 times this year. I wish I'd done it a couple more, because if you just leave it and you drive your car over enough times, it compacts down to ice and then you can't move it. But So
to my British mind, that sounds terrifying.
I mean, I'll say like
Do you guys still, like,
the
drive
front
in the
yard.
snow?
Hmm?
Do you guys still drive in the snow?
Lots of areas have mandatory snow tires in the winter, so.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I think our front yard and backyard right now, there's probably in the neighborhood of 8 to 12 inches of snow base everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish Oklahoma has it. We've had really bad I call it, this is the life quote, not a life quote, but like a weather quote that I made up based off of Forrest Gump. Life is like Oklahoma weather. You never know what you're gonna get. We've had ice storms. We've had we're Tornado Alley. Tornadoes are the most common thing, but earthquakes. We've had earthquakes. Let's see. Rain.
It's like our shtick. Hey now.
Yeah, but it's from the oil rigs. That's how we get our earthquakes. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I live in a very tame part of the world compared to your guys'
Yeah.
weather.
Don't you have dragons over there?
Yeah, we do.
Are there
Especially
any
in
poisonous animals at all in England?
Not native, no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Wow.
It's like UK one end, Australia the other end, and then other
Hey,
countries in
Siri.
between.
Hey Siri.
What?
Sassy.
Are there any native animals from the United Kingdom?
Okay, I found this on the web for are there any native animals from the United Kingdom?
You mean poisonous? You left out a key word, poisonous.
I mean, we're not like a ginormous zoo. We have indigenous animals.
Well, according to Wikipedia, you guys have a rare bat species.
They poisonous?
Yeah, it's great. Good for us.
Oh, apparently, yeah. Oh, wait.
The reason I ask anyways while Mariah's looking that up is that we have basically none because most things that are poisonous don't like winter.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wait, you guys have hedgehogs?
Yeah.
I'm
Is
just.
that,
Yeah.
you guys not have hedgehogs?
Nope.
Wait, what?
What do you think? Every place has hedgehogs?
Like wild
Yeah.
hedgehogs. We have wild hedgehogs. And, we don't have wild hedgehogs like you guys do, but I know a couple of I know people who buy hedgehogs from like pet
Yeah, people
stores.
buy pet hedgehogs.
Yeah, but we don't have
I
wild
mean-
hedgehogs.
There are some places in the U.S. that have hedgehogs.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, hedgehogs
West
are
Virginia doesn't.
adorable. I mean, they're kind of endangered, but yeah, they're adorable.
You don't
Yeah.
have porcupines.
No. We have like a tame version of porcupines.
What is that?
Hedgehogs.
Oh, okay. That's right.
They-
You think
they
that
have
they're
little
everywhere.
quills.
Right.
There's it's a hedgehog animal sanctuary called I want to say it's called Tiddlywinks. From like the Beatrix Potter, there's a hedgehog in that called Mrs. Tiddlywinks, and they look after them, and they're very cute. And if you've ever seen a hedgehog with no spines, it looks creepy.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to see that.
Yeah, it's like a little flesh skin.
Yeah, no. I don't even want to think
Yikes.
about it. Really.
But it's sad because they have to moisturize them because their quills like protect them, so they have to moisturize them like 4 or 5 times a day until their quills grow back.
So hedgehogs are poisonous?
No,
Okay.
No,
All
they're
right.
not.
I was like, how
This-
do people have
this
them as
is the
pets
UK.
if they're poisonous?
They're not poisonous.
This
They're
is
just adorable little hedge pigs.
We've been having a clan of coyotes moving through like our area recently. So like every once in a while, like around 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning, you'll hear their house.
So are your coyotes pure coyotes, or are they like the wolf coyote hybrid?
I don't know. I mean, from what I can tell from online, because I've looked it up, because like until this year, I've never heard one before. But we started getting, as I said, a group running through the area, and apparently, like, I think it's regular coyotes.
Okay. I've heard coyotes, but I'm told like the only ones around here, like they're not wolves and they're not coyotes. They're like the inbreeding thereof. So
yeah. I at least what our DNR their website said that. I mean, it didn't distinguish that they were hybrids. So Gesundheit.
Bless you.
So, are coyotes dangerous?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they're in like packs, and especially to like other animals for sure.
yeah, don't let your pets outside if there's coyotes around.
Wow.
Or hawks.
Yeah.
Wolves.
What would they just like? Hawks just literally sweep down and like take.
Oh
your-
yeah. We've known people in the state to have hawks like sweep down and take cats, small cats,
Yep.
And small dogs.
What?
and small dogs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was on a movie. What movie was that on? Was that Meet the Fockers or Meet the Fockers 2? Did a hawk
I don't
come
know.
down and like snatched the
Oh,
cat?
Yeah.
I think it was one of the Meet the Focker movies
Nice.
and
I
flew
know what
off.
you're talking about stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what scene you're talking about, but I don't know which one it's from.
Yeah, I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
It was the whole wedding
Correct.
thing.
Huh.
How did we get talking about animals?
Mm.
I think Emil asked about poisonous animals in the
Yes.
UK.
Yeah, it was weather, and then it was on to poisonous animals because that's like the one thing I hold on to with cold weather is I don't have poisonous animals because I have cold.
I think there
Snakes.
may be like a snake that is slightly poisonous, but in the sense that like it'll kind of hurt and maybe get a little infected, but it's not going to kill you.
So, like, for us in Oklahoma, the poison, I think, the copperhead is the poisonous snake here, and we have a lot of those.
But you have poisonous spiders too.
I mean, the most poisonous spider is the black widow.
Mm.
So, no pun intended for the upcoming Marvel movie, Black Widow.
Nice. All right.
But
I'll jump us back in here since mostly everyone's back.
yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
Did we have what, Emil? Did you have a second thing after Nala?
Well, I think I need to talk to Wynn since she's here.
Okay. Yep. She's sort of shifting off in the
Although-
shadows, but she'll...
I mean, in theory, I can talk to her any night that she's available, but I should probably talk to her since we're physically in the same place for the second time.
Nice. All right.
Before
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys get into the conversation, I did mention that Rain is like at the hip of the mill, so Rain is following a mill.
Okay.
Where
You'll find Winifred off to one of the far sides, kind of away from others. Looking over, there's some paintings on the wall here. Landscape paintings. She's looking them over. But senses you as you approach.
They're even better than the painting of Eckert in the hallway.
I do appreciate that painting.
You're very generous.
He turns around, kind of floats around.
It was very nice to see you come here today. I trust Sterling Sam implicitly, and because of that, I've always believed that you were good, but it's somewhat reassuring to see you do good with my own eyes.
I certainly understand that, and I'm glad we made it in time.
Yes, well, we appreciate your help.
Of course, Emil, of course. How are you? How are you?
Conflicted as always, I suppose. Ran into the Baron recently.
Oh.
Pretty much just hid from him. He seemed very interested in acquiring me.
Yes, makes sense. I think to him you were a happy accident. You hold a lot of potential, and he likes to capitalize on that.
Yeah, it was a pretty sobering encounter. I was able to stay hidden, but
good.
It had me thinking long and hard about my nature and the fact that I might not be able to deny him, and what that would mean for my friends and the people I care about.
Yes.
It was frightening.
Understandably so. I'm sorry I could not dispose of the Baron and after Bexley. I sought him out and we engaged in battle. You may have noticed a new scar I left him. Parting gift before he escaped me. But this is about you.
Sam recently brought counsel that perhaps my ties to you and our kind could be severed completely, or that ultimately my progress could be stopped. I don't know what that would mean for the Baron's designs on me, but I'll admit, once upon a time, I believed that I could simply walk a path of virtue and perhaps be as you are, with the desire to make the world a better place and also the power to do so. But having cowered in fear from the Baron, I am second guessing my ability to. Well, perhaps I just feel that it's not simply a matter of virtue. Put it that way.
It is a very long and certainly perilous journey to thoroughly overcome the inherent evil and what we are given. What comes with our nature. I have set aside the time to be here, though. I have spoken with Sterling Sam, and she has told me what the news she found as well. And I would like to offer my company, my ear, my tutelage, and ask that you spend the next couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before we have to head back out again with me. And perhaps at the end you'll know better where you stand with yourself and the nature of this vampirism.
When you say we, you mean you and your daughters?
My daughters will be here and from time to time, but this will be more of a private journey.
Might I ask, your daughters, are they somewhat as I am?
some to a much lesser degree. They carry but a few of the traits they inherited from birth. It's very difficult for our kind to, not impossible, but difficult to manage birth, conception. They get most of their abilities and their longevity of their lives from their fathers, long since passed. But and she kind of gives a quick, mentally, she shares with you more of an impression. It's over in a couple of seconds, but you get the impression of at least their lineage of fathers. There was one that was a dryad, which is, I think that's Sabby's dad. And one that was a, I think it's a sea nymph. Was a nymph of some sort. And actually just roll a wisdom check with advantage, if you would, to see how much of this you perceive.
Absolutely. Let me pull a dice out here. Wisdom. One a little bit wise.
While that conversation is going, Rain's going to take it. Rain has been behind a mill all this time because she knows that they know that they're vampires. So she's going to slowly peek out.
20.
Ooh, 20.
20.
So you'll also get a bit of an not a warning, but just the knowledge that Belissue's does have sort of a faux face, a bit of a mask that covers her face, because when it's uncovered, her beauty is so intense that people have to make wisdom saves against it, or they become somewhat dumbfounded, and there's a couple other effects. It's a nymph thing.
Okay. Okay. This sounds like something that I need to do. I will have to let my companions know that I won't be traveling with them.
Of course. I understand that you've been invited to Xanbora, and I do have an estate, not tied to me directly, but in Xanbora, if you wish for us to do our work there, so you don't have to be too far away from them. But there will be time when we will need to travel a bit, Emil, and you may be taken away from them for a short while.
That's acceptable, but yeah, if I could travel tomorrow to Xanbora, there's a thing or two I would like to do there. There's a hat shop. Well, we won't worry about the hat shop.
Nice.
God.
She gives a quick Very well. We will see and guide you through introspective meditation and detailed history of our kind, and more.
I look forward to that. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. I'm just saying, I don't want to drag this on because we got a big group, so I think Emil will now go to bed.
All right, she goes and wishes you good night as well, and goes back to looking at the paintings. All right. Let me go back to where we were at the top with Devanya, and check in with Devanya. Did you have anything else for tonight, or are you heading to bed?
She starts to get irritated after talking with Emil. Not anything towards Emil, by the way. She reaches in her pack to find her woodworking stuff and everything to keep her hands busy, and notices that she is out. of almost everything. So she's kind of annoyed and irritated. Part of the reason why she wants to go to Xanbora already. So she's she's gonna go to bed, but she's gonna go to bed like actively irritated and just more in her brain more than usual.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll go to bed. I'll probably message you about something here in a second.
Okay, neat.
Yeah, go ahead and go on to the next one.
That sucks. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I was like,
Okay.
Oh.
You know what? I will do it in Zoom chat.
Okay, neat. I should be able to do that. Yeah, that should work.
You are on your computer, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it pulls from that, but I think I've got it set up where it won't show up on stream now if I pop that out. So.
Okay.
All right. Blueberry, are you snoozing? It's pretty comfy, surprisingly, on the roomkeeper's lap.
Is the little chair still?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay. I'll hop down in case he wants to go do other stuff.
Okay.
And I'll take out my indestructible toy.
Oh, nice.
And just chew on that for like a couple of hours and then snuggle up to it and go to sleep.
Awesome. That's adorable.
Very, very happy that he knows that she's alive. Yeah.
Exciting.
Talented little pupper.
Nice. Aw. Little waggy tail.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Gal.
Do we all?
Oh.
I just have a quick question. Do we all have like our own rooms?
Yeah. It's pretty fancy here. They have plenty of rooms.
We had a rest, or is this our rest?
This would be. It's late. It's pretty late. It's like 8:39, and you haven't had a long rest in a hot minute. So
this is technically our
10
level
episodes?
up rest.
yeah, for real, right? Yeah.
Wait, all right, darn. Okay.
All right. Anything for Galathor? Is Galathor heading to bedsies?
Galathor might try to find Kaylin before he goes to sleep.
Oh, okay. You do see her brooding down the dim hallway. Just kidding.
Yep. Yeah, she's just probably by this time just kind of sitting at a table, probably working in her notebook, probably redrawing that picture.
Hi, Kaylin.
Oh, and she'll close it up and, hey Galathor, what's up?
Oh, I was just playing a game of wizard's chess, and I won. I beat myself. But I was just wondering, it's been a long while since we've been adventuring a lot, and when's the last time you've done something for yourself?
What I mean, I'm not really sure what you mean.
I feel like you're the type of person that looks out for everyone else, and now we finally have the time where you can look out for yourself. Do you have any plans in Xanbora?
Studying. There's a lot to look up about our upcoming mission. Probably more studying. Yeah. I mean, it'll be nice to see the keep again. Have you seen the keep? Have you been there?
I've heard you all tell stories about it, but I don't think I've set foot in your keep.
It's nice. We have a tree. It's nice and roomy. A lot of rooms. We have a spirit guardian of the forest that kind of guards the place for us, which is nice. Transportation circle. City about, well, I don't remember how far away. I can get there in a day.
Sounds
You like it.
exciting. I could definitely use a break from things.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely take some time out for yourself. No need to focus on all of this until we take a break. We all deserve it.
I'm not really. I mean, but isn't that what breaks are for? Is to prepare for what's next?
If that's what makes you happy, yeah.
How are you doing, Galathor? I know you've. I think our last conversation didn't really end the best, if you'd call it a conversation.
Yeah.
How are you doing? I mean, you've had some weird moments yourself. How, are you feeling okay? I mean, I'm not saying you're acting weird now. I'm just asking, if you're still licking blood off of swords. That seems like something.
No, I don't think I am. I do think I need to take some time and really look at what I'm doing with my life and maybe look towards Helm for an answer.
There were still more artifacts, right? Or was that the only one?
There are. I'm a little concerned they might be a little bit too much for me to handle myself. These are very powerful artifacts, and I feel like I may be collecting them for some unknown reason. Maybe that I'm drawn to the power. Scares me a little.
Why do you think that you need the power?
Power's seductive in a way.
Usually, there's a reason, though, you're seeking it. I seek power to protect people I care for and also maybe myself.
Hmm.
Do you think it's that you just want to keep yourself alive?
I just feel like it's a very fine line to tread to be able to carry, to be able to wield such power justly.
Are you afraid of something evil working through you for this power? Or unknown? I'm not a very religious person, but doesn't your God protect against things like that?
He does. I'm just worried that I'll fail my God.
Does your God turn its back on you if you fail it?
That's a good question. Haven't gotten there yet, so don't know.
I would think anything worth your devotion, if you're afraid it's not going to help you because it just doesn't want to someday, that kind of means it might not deserve your devotion. But again, I don't know that much about religion, so that's... Consider the source.
Thanks, Caitlin. You've given me a lot to think about.
Good. I'm glad.
I'll see you in the morning, all right? Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Wow. Galthor always getting into the meaty combos. All right. You know what, Caitlin? Not just yet, but because I'll see if anyone else has anything still. But before you scooch, there'll definitely be a servant that'll ask you to go see the Runekeeper. But let me check and see if anyone. Let's see. We've got Devanya in bed, Blueberry in bed, Emil in bed. Galthor, are you going to bed now, or do you have other things you'd like to do?
No, I think Galithor's gonna lie awake in bed, just thinking about what Kaylin said.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Aaron Wynn, you have anything else tonight before bedtime, or?
No, she's just gonna keep helping the Runekeeper and then go to bed.
Okay. You get plenty of acknowledgments from the Runekeeper, just in appreciation for all you're doing. He seems to have, sort of he has sort of a disconnected demeanor in general, but, he does offer a little bit of warmth because. All right, until Betty by time. Mort, are you have anything before bedtime? You might be muted, Mort, sorry.
The only thing I probably would do is I would go to Galithor's room to sleep there. If there's even if there's not space, I'll sleep on the floor.
Okay. Okay, I see your thing now, Devanya. Sorry, let me just go back and see if there's any others that I missed. Was it just the one? It'll tell me. Hang on a sec. It throws it in with everyone else's, so I'm just scrolling to see. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Did you want to roleplay that out, Frank, or should I just lay a sword down between us and call it a day? Or call it a night?
Nice. This is my side. Yeah.
I heard you're pretty good at laying swords, so I'll let you lay the sword.
Yeah, if we're pulling a first knife.
That's awesome.
Don't stab yourselves.
Awesome. And Rain, anything for you tonight as Emil heads off?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
I'm trying to look it up. It's a blessing and a curse to have the PDF file of a handbook.
Right.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, I love pizza, Tay, so no worries about going to the dark side. I'm already there.
She's already there. Welcome.
In fact, for dinner last night, I ordered so much pizza so I can have leftovers for the next
Nice.
day.
That's the way to do it.
Excellent.
Planning ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After Domino's changed their whole crust thing, it used to be cardboard, and then they changed it, but see, it's pretty good, and they have that 2 or more topping pizzas for $5.99 a piece, medium. Oh gosh.
featuring new and improved cardboard.
Yeah.
Just support Domino. Go to Domino's, support my family. My dad owns a few.
Nice. That's awesome.
Try their sandwiches.
Raina's gonna kind of do a little bit of research, so she's gonna explore, just walk around, sensor, and just to see if she sees any spirits before she goes to bed.
Oh, okay. So here in Serenity, this floor, you don't spot any spirits, but go ahead and make an investigation check, on your way back up to the place. your sleeping quarters. You can have one more of those school snacks, okay? Eat over the counter, thank you.
No, just eat over the carpet. It's all good.
Let him have a school snack, because he's on a sleepover. It's supposed to be a fun night, so I'm letting him stay up. And he's got one of the, you know, the little, like little mandarins in the cup with the juice. You peel the top. You're like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Over the counter.
Wood floor, hard floor.
Yes, please.
Keyboard.
This looks like a good spot.
I'm gonna use.
So, what'd you get?
I rolled in the tower.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Let's check it out. I love the tower. Ooh,
So
okay.
excited.
So you see as you you go up the elevator and you're on the floor now that has all of a lot of the dorm rooms and the reserved rooms for diplomats and traveling folks and such. So you see a boatload of ghost chickens. Like, whatever these mages are doing, I mean, you've seen some with enlightened chickens. That seems to be like a 101 class, enlightening a chicken. So you've seen a bunch of, wizards as anyway, with little chickens on leashes, or chickens walking around with them, or different little critters, but most often chickens. There's so many chicken ghosts here.
So they're just chickens.
Yeah, well, except they were sort of enlightened, so they have little spirits left behind. Fun.
Oh my God.
But in the hallway,
They're holy chickens.
yeah, they're clogging up the hallway. If you don't, you see people walking through them constantly and stuff. But
Just a herd of holy chickens.
Me.
Start running.
Nice.
It's Link's worst nightmare.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. As soon as they notice you notice them, they start following you. A couple follow you, and then 5 follow you, and then a dozen start following you.
Oh,
And then
God.
you've got about like 30 some by the time you're at the end of the hallway.
I start to run.
You see them, they start doing that little leap thing they do where they can't quite fly, but they flap their feathers and they jump up like a couple feet. Of course, no one else can hear or see this, but yeah. Well, maybe Emil, if he's got his cloak on. Yep.
I try to find a meal and just bang, 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 bang.
Mm-hmm.
Do I find his room? Because
Okay.
Rain is kind of freaked out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Rain? You okay?
Do you see those chickens?
If you have your cloak on,
You know what? Emil probably still has the cloak on because like he's had it on all day. So
Oh, okay.
I guess Emil's gonna look at the chickens. Here we go.
If they're clucking around and they're pouring into the room. If you've got the door open, jumping up on. I mean, they're just ghost chickens. They're not affecting anything, but they're able to jump up on the bed and the dressers, and they're sort of filling the room and the hallway behind her.
I see them now. Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm kind of freaked out. I've never seen chickens before.
Shall we find a safe place for you to sleep with no chickens?
They just follow me. It started out like 3 started following me, and then 30, and then all of them just started following me. I don't know. And
Well, you are a cleric. Maybe they think you can help them.
I've never done animals before. This is the first.
Well, shall we see if we can get you away from them so you can sleep? All right.
I'll just ask if it's all right. I'll just ask Rain to do an intelligence check, please.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah. And Emil, too, as a
Okay.
cleric. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great intelligence. I'm smarter than I'm wise, so we have a chance.
I rolled one in the dice. So,
Nice, it's so fun.
Dan, I want to know, what did I roll for my investigation?
It was a 15.
Cool.
22.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Apparently, I know a lot about spectral chickens.
Yes. Rain, you're not quite sure. You're thinking like, what can I do with these sleeping chickens? As they're clucking and they're noisy to you. You can hear them too. The two of you. Well, actually, I guess Emil couldn't hear them, but he can see them. But they're really loud, D-Rain. Emil, you're aware of a moderately common cleric ability. I think it's cleric anyway. Ceremony. One of which is to, lay things to rest. Send spirits on. That's like funeral rites, basically, which may be something that may or may not work. You've heard of it for this kind of thing.
Okay, I'll share that. Do I know if it can be done as a ritual?
That's a really good question. Let's take a peek. I feel like it can. I'm almost positive it can, but I will.
It'd be super weird if something called ceremony could only be done quickly.
Right? Absolutely ritual. So it takes an hour to cast.
What?
Well, I don't think Rain's going to be sleeping with 10,000 spectral chickens chasing her around.
Nice.
So.
It costs 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, too. Which I'm sure you all have anyway, but just so you know.
Well, I mean, even if we didn't have it, we're in a university. We can.
Yeah.
What university student at this university hasn't gone after 25 gold worth of powdered silver in the middle of the night before?
Powdered
really?
something, yeah. Awesome.
Don't understand. This essay is due tomorrow, and I need the silver.
Nice.
This is crap silver, man. I've had
I
better.
can stop anytime I want.
This is too real.
You've cut
This
this
is
with
too
copper.
real. For me being a college student.
So you're able to procure that then, and
Okay. So yeah, Rain, let's set up in your room or my room, and I mean, you can do this on your own if you're comfortable, but if you need me there, I can help. Do the ceremony. Hopefully, the chickens are laid to rest, and then you'll be able to sleep. Do you want me to help? Okay.
What would you each like to say to the chickens to help lay them to rest?
Gosh.
Encourage them to fly the coop.
Nice, okay.
There you
go. Awesome. What would you like to add, Rain?
Free? I don't know. Yeah. Be free.
Okay. You successfully cast a spell, of course, and you see them, fly the spectral coop, as it were. They can actually fly. Whoa! Like real birds. And they fly off into the sky. I mean, just through the wall and out of the room, of course. But finally, with the noise abating, you can feel that tiredness coming through, Rain, and feel things aren't. You don't have chickens all over your room anymore. All right. Do the two of you want to go to bed then, wherever you're sleeping, or do either of you have anything else you'd like to do?
Kind of freaked out. I think Rain is just gonna get in bed, but she's gonna pull out her book and read for the rest of the night. Well, until she feels tired.
Okay.
Until they feel tired.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And Emil, you're good to sleep, right? I think you said. Okay. So I think that's everyone except Kaylin that was summoned by the Runekeeper, or am I missing anyone that's still up? Okay. Kaylin, do you follow the servant over to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Runekeeper. This would be around the time probably you see Blueberry snoozing in the cute little bed there. Aaron Witt is recently headed off to bed. and everyone else, and the Runekeeper busy in his studies. I need to put that in the other document. What's his book? Yes, Kaelin. I do believe I once taught you a spell and told you to return when you had grown some. I think we can safely say that is the case. I would like to extend the spell for you, if you're willing.
Out of character, Dan. Was that the library?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It has been kind of growing itself.
How so?
I mean, it was just, of course, the library for a long time. Then, maybe a month or so ago, I started finding other rooms that formed to my whim. I mean, like, whatever I imagine when I walk into the room, that's what is there. And there are there have been little servants, that kind of run around, and not in the library area, but just through these two doors. It's curious.
Yes. It is as though there is some arcane ability that perhaps I was unaware of, bolsters the spell. The sanctum which you saw was likely Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion, a fairly difficult spell to cast even for a caster. Strange that your power has swelled enough to reach into that, but
There's a whole mansion?
yes, I don't know that you would have access to its entirety, but the fact that you have access at all is intriguing. Nevertheless, I can extend the library spell for you, if you wish.
Absolutely. It's been countlessly hopeful.
Good. He's going to just sort of hold a hand out towards, your probably your chest area, a couple feet away, but holds his hand out and recites an incantation. And in your mind, you feel the spell extend. So now, let's see. You can have up to 6 people, and because he's giving this to you.
Goodness.
Yeah. It does. So you understand the spell now at this point. It actually does get stronger up by one more step, somewhere around level 16, I think it is. When you hit level 16 total. But as it stands, it can hold 6 people at a time. You now have advantage on history checks, arcana checks, religion checks, medical checks, performance checks, and nature checks if you spend the 8 hours in there studying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So spend 8 hours in there studying. Mm-hmm. Is that like when I'm for studying?
Yeah. You're in there and you're spending that time studying. So it's sort of like for the big questions.
So history, medical.
Mm-hmm. History, arcana, religion,
okay,
medical,
okay,
performance,
okay,
and nature.
Okay.
You can prepare for all that stuff and study for it too.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
No. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Of course. Yes.
Well. Are you, can I ask a question?
Of course.
I know that the skull has a lot to do with whatever's happening right now.
Yes.
And you're aware of how we first came across it?
I am.
It started with me taking the skull. At least that's how it first came into our possession. My question is, could any of this been prevented if I hadn't done that?
I fear that if it was not you, it would have been someone else.
But it did play a part.
As did I, young one. I did not properly assess the skull, nor keep it secure enough, or take the time to understand exactly what it was that I held here. We cannot change the past, only learn from our mistakes and hope to do better.
Did you expect Delorna at all?
No, I heard only... was not familiar with her beforehand. I knew Xanbora held an archivist. I knew there was a new one that was instituted only some time ago, so many years ago. But to have someone in that position be a betrayer and be a supporter of Yathaz is... I don't know. I feel we have all missed so much. Perhaps we became a bit too relaxed in our current day and age. For centuries after the time of troubles, everyone suspected everyone. Everything was under great scrutiny. When I accepted that skull, I felt it had power. It was of a demi-lich, but not one so great as Yathaz. I would never have made that mistake if this were 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I guess, can't catch everyone.
No. And we are alive today, alive to right these mistakes.
Yes, we are. If you don't mind, one more thing,
Of course.
and then I'll leave you. You seem to, I'm sure, being as powerful as you are, that you know of many let me just get right to the point. I'm looking for a way to get from one place I know to another place I know without a transportation circle or a spell to do so. What would be your suggestion?
There is a magical item that can do this. There may be some limitations between quadrants of the world, but that may be worked around as well.
What magical item, may I ask?
There is it comes in many forms. A bracer, a ring. But it holds the power of teleportation within it, to be used a limited number of times between each sunrise. Perhaps it can be found in the city, or maybe in Xanbora.
I do have the ability to imbue magic upon things.
Ah. He reaches his hand out and a book flies off one of the bookshelves over to him. And it kind of spins around in the air and down on the little table that's since grown back up. And the book lays flat and flips through. And there's a lot of advanced stuff, arcane stuff in this book. There's an area where the arcane is related to artificing. And it shows how to, if you understand artificing, craft an item such as this. I actually have to look at the gold price for the related item, so it'll be a little bit pricey and it might take a little time, but we have the downtime for it.
Sure.
Perhaps this will assist you. The pages open up to that particular chapter on artificing an item of such power.
Oh, absolutely. This will help a lot. She'll get her notebook out and start taking some notes from it.
Okay. It talks about in there that you can effectively imbue it into any item that you craft. You might be able to buy the item, or you can craft the item. Some items that just make a little more sense to this kind of thing might be a little slightly easier to make, but you can put it in anything you want, really. So.
Okay. Well, again, I thank you for updating the spell and for the information, Runekeeper.
Of course. Please allow me. And the quill forms out of thin air, and he taps in an inkwell that forms, and then on his book, and then holds it out towards your notebook. May I?
Mm-hmm.
Pink. And he taps the corner, and a bunch of ink pours out into the pages, and the chapter's copied into your book.
Wow. That's incredible.
Saves on a lot of time.
I imagine it does. I'll leave you. Good night, Runekeeper.
Good night. Sits back down.
And Kaylin will go back to her room, but instead of sleeping, she's going to open up her library and do some studying.
Nice, okay.
Specifically on Dan, I have several things, but I will just study one thing tonight.
Ooh, okay.
how about, let's see, probably we'll start with to see if she can find any info on the island in Tegradoth with the well on it.
Okay, yep. All right, I will get that to you. Roll with advantage a history check then, if you would.
Sure.
May I just say, Beth, you look super comfy. My bed is just literally right next to me. I'm just like tempted. I'm just like.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Caitlin. For each 4, you get to roll with advantage for each 4 hours you're in there. So if you're in there for 8, you can roll with advantage twice.
Yes. Well, that was a 25.
Okay, yeah.
Do I need to roll for the second
roll again
time?
just to see what else you
Okay.
discover. Just in case. 25, that's amazing.
25 again.
Oh, wow. Okay, I will send you in whisper form.
Okay.
Probably after, but I will send you.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you stay up. So that means you'll take 1 point of.
I would take that point of exhaustion. Yes.
All righty. Let's see.
Take that point of exhaustion and you'll like it.
Nice. All right. So everyone else is able to get a good night's rest.
Level 14. Wait, yeah.
Except, nice. Except Devanya, in your sleep, you're once again racked with nightmares. Do you want to roleplay any of that out, Devanya? Not that you have to, but if I don't want to take that away if you want to.
When she opens the door to her room and she goes in and she takes off her mask and pack and everything like that and sets it on the floor next to the bed and lays down. Kind of tosses and turns for a little bit before, actually falling asleep. After about maybe an hour or 2 of sleep, her eyes open and her chest starts glowing white. And she in the shape of a white rose. I'm gonna actually roll to see if this actually works because I'm wanting her to do something.
Okay.
Dice fell off the table.
Oh no!
Got a 19. So, would it be possible for her to accidentally misty step out of her bed?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. I want. She's gonna accidentally do that and hit the wall or something.
The blankets just.
And it's just like, oh my god, what the heck?
Nice.
Bamps out of her bed for a second. Hits the wall.
Wait, she's in the hall?
She's in her room.
I'm in my bedroom.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, and so of course I'm gonna wake up and I want to go downstairs for maybe a brief 10 minutes and ask the roomkeeper a question.
Okay.
If he's still awake.
Oh yeah, he's still going at it with the books down here.
He's pulling the all-nighter, isn't he?
Yep. You see Blueberry.
Yes, Aaron wins sleep magicking instead of sleepwalking.
Nice.
That's actually the perfect word for it.
He sees you approach. Yes. Please sit. And a chair comes up out of the ground, materializes.
No disrespect, just no thank you.
Waves it away into the mist.
What should one do to find themselves again after such evil. After they've done such evil. To find any amount of love.
This is a very old question. And a difficult one. Are you able to make amends with those that were on the other side of the evil you did? Or that one did? One may have done?
You got it right the first time. But no. I haven't had that opportunity, and I honestly do not think that they would forgive me.
Have you already come to accept what you did and that it cannot be taken back, then?
Somewhat.
Do you have a desire to make it right?
If I could turn back the clock, I would. If I could have my life taken, I would.
Well, understanding and empathy, remorse, is certainly a good first step away from evil. The choice, of course, is yours, too. But if you find it too difficult to make amends with those that were wronged, then perhaps you can spend your efforts making things right for others, atoning for what you did, through helping others instead.
How does one atone for killing their own family?
It's a very long and difficult path.
Is there a way for me to reach the dead without tapping into the black art, so to speak? The darker magic.
I believe the young one that you travel with may have the means to do so through divine magic without anything dark. If they're spirits of past, one of your compatriots shared with me in a mirror that is in their possession. Most mirrors of that type have some capacity to contact the deceased. Though that one I would be careful with. But if all else fails, it could be an option.
Might I ask who has that mirror?
Mortimer shared that they hold this within their keep, to which I believe you will all be traveling tomorrow.
And after I do this, if he wants to help, I've already spent Is there a way to help ease my suffering of nightmares?
How severe are the nightmares, child?
Severe enough that I teleported myself into a wall tonight.
Oh.
So I'm doing great.
You see him crack a little bit of a smile. Weary himself, he...
So I got this knot on my head. You know, last time I almost about burned tents down, so like,
Yes. May I? And he reaches a hand, not to touch, but just to reach out towards the wound. If he gives a go-ahead, he'll give it a heal.
Oh.
The pain goes away.
Thank you.
Of course, yes. He looks around.
Usually I can keep it under control, but it has been difficult lately.
I do believe, and he stands up from his chair. And again, he's kind of tall, even in his humanoid form. I think he stands like 8.5 feet tall, because he's a dragon, ancient dragon. And he raises both hands up, and this big heavy wooden wardrobe comes out of the floor and apparates here.
Is that Narnia?
Oh, nice. This wood's on the other side. Yeah. Perhaps I have something that can help with both your nightmares and facing your past and moving forward into your future. And he, a key forms in his hand, and he unlocks this bureau and around like an armoire almost, but it's a storage closet. Just looks nice. Oh, swings open the 2 heavy doors. Yes, opens some drawers and searches around.
I'm just like going like
yeah, lots of shinies in here. Yeah.
Right?
Before pulling out a small, it's a little tiny orb, about the diameter of a quarter, except in sphere, like a marble almost, and it has it looks like it's full of a clear liquid, something akin to water, but a little more thick, viscous, and some bubbles are in there too, so you can see it sort of aerating and swirling around within it. He gives it a shake and it swirls up, and becomes adds some streaks of light in there as well that flow through and then slow down. Here, please accept this. And reaches that out to you.
What is this?
Very old trinket from a time when I was very young, and I had some own inner issues I needed to work with and work out. This, if you have it on your person while you sleep, you create a command word for it and speak it before you sleep. And in your dreams, you will be able to enter them in a lucid state. And your dreams will allow you to confront what you've done and have discussions with those that you've hurt. And seek out perhaps not an inner peace, but a starting point, a better understanding of how and why you feel the way you feel. The more you progress in this manner, the more in control you'll be of your nightmares.
Out of character for a second. Wait. So you're my therapist now?
Nice. The sphere is, yeah.
You're expecting me to actually face my fear and grow?
That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm still a little confused, but I thought this was supposed to help.
It can help you gain control over your nightmares so you do not have them. If you do not wish to find a better understanding or introspective understanding of things, You can also, well, you can fight your nightmares and battle them out and conquer them with force.
I've already done that most of my life. Thank you. Apologies for bothering you.
Not a bother.
Hope your book is really good. I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Actually, she's gonna put it in the pouch with her gemstones.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And go back upstairs and actually... she's actually gonna use it. She's gonna test it out.
Okay, what's the command word? Because it's one of my fun things to do where you actually have to remember the command word, so. What would you like to create for a command word? Jesus, got it. No, just kidding.
Well, I was gonna say, let's make it fart knocker, but that would be too funny. No, we'll just do, Miranda, just to make it simple, something she'll remember clearly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you go into your so you speak Miranda and you go to sleep like the latter half of the night, and it doesn't seem to work. I'll retcon it so that he tells you. I'm sure he would have. You need to do it with a full night's rest, like a straight 8 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe skip sorry. That's okay. I'll probably be like, why is it not working?
Is Aaron?
But even if that's not working that night, I would like her to have rest for the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you go ahead and get rest. Thankfully, and everyone is able to wake up in the morning. And I suppose...
Thank goodness.
Yeah, everyone lives. Yeah, we were just sleeping. Stop it.
Was that a question?
Oh, we made it till morning.
Awesome. All right. Do you all just want to meet in the breakfast area, in the cafeteria? Or does anyone have anything they'd like to do beforehand?
Before we leave, Caitlin would probably see if Brewer's still around or if he's already left.
Make an investigation check if you would. Yeah, with advantage. I mean, this brewery is kind of hard to miss.
I'll go eat because I'm starving.
Nice.
I think that's a 17.
Mm-hmm.
No, 18.
Okay. So you, let's see, what would Brewer do? Yeah, actually, you have heard word, because people talk about the giant Warforged with a sword set walking around, is in the cafeteria.
Okay. All right. Caitlin will go to the cafeteria then and find Brewer.
Okay. He will actually be there before anyone else is. So I guess as everyone piles in, would they, if you saw Brewer there, would you sit down with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me change the nameplate there. Sorry. All right. So yep, you pull up a seat, Caitlin. Oh, good morning, Caitlin.
Morning, Brewer. First, and she'll pull out, because she bought a set of sending stones, Dan, like a while ago.
Yeah.
She'll put a stone in front of him. It's a sending stone. It will allow us to communicate with each other. You got 24 words limit on it. I don't have any kind of spells to send messages to you, and if anything happens at the estate, I figure It looks like we're going to the keep for a while, so...
Understood. Thank you, Kaylin. And tucks it into his bag. He's got a set, his pack on the floor or whatever. Yes.
Also, we might be getting a visitor at the estate. I'm not entirely sure what's happening yet.
A visitor.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. There's someone who wants to use the forge, but if anyone comes around asking about the forge, of course, don't let them in there. But his name would be Aga. I told him it was there. But again, if he shows up, if someone named Aga, Horns, I don't remember. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen him. If he says his name is Aga, then, and he's wanting to use the forge or asking about me, just use the sending stone to let me know.
Of course.
And we'll deal with it from there.
Yes.
I'm not sure if he'll show up there or if he'll find us somewhere else. Or if it will even happen. So
I will be sure to alert the servants as well.
thank you, Brewer.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm also looking, I'm gonna be looking into a way to get to the estate more. I know I'm gone a lot, and I don't want to leave the entire thing up to you. It's not your responsibility. So I'm looking into a way to transport there when I can. Just so you know.
There has been heated discussion over where to place the city's teleportation circle.
Yeah, but
Perhaps I could... Would you have me present the estate as an option? It's out of the city and may allow those that are against it to see it as less of a threat.
maybe if they're not expecting a lot of people to be using it, I wouldn't want just anyone showing up in the estate.
I can safely say they want to limit its use as much as possible.
I'm sure they do.
He makes these little expressions now, like half expressions, like half a side eye, robot side eye.
Don't let them push you around, Brewer.
Of course not.
Stand your ground.
Yes,
Which I know you do. It's just a friendly reminder.
I do my best to follow the example you set in your time there.
And if they give you trouble, then the next time I'm there, once we get things working, I will let them know how I feel.
I look forward to that day, Caitlin. Just Sarah.
What's his name? The guy in charge of the prison.
Well, he has found a comfortable home at the prison.
Oh, they actually put him where he belongs. I was expecting him to weasel out of that.
No. And it is justice in its truest form, to be held prisoner under the same circumstances and conditions that she allowed others to rot away in.
Yeah. Okay, well, just know, Brewer, that you're a breath of fresh air.
Thank you for your kind words, Sarah.
I know I can trust you. And I don't have to worry about not trusting you. And I have to say that's kind of in short supply these days.
I'm going to scan the room. Yes. These are difficult times.
Well, want some breakfast?
I would
Biscuits?
enjoy that. And you see like the bread that's like he's got crumbs everywhere. Yes. I would love that.
Okay. That's all.
All right. Everyone else kind of, as you arrive, you see Kaylin and Brewer there, and you're able to pull up seats. Is there anything anyone wants to do at breakfast time? Otherwise, I'll move ahead to teleportation to Xanbora time.
I'll just stare at Mort,
Okay.
making him very uncomfortable. Even though I am staring at him.
Nice.
Man, I forgot
Let's you go gnome.
Nice.
before Rain went to sleep the night before, they wrote
Victoria should be.
a thank you note to Devanya.
Oh.
I don't know if Rain has thanked Devanya for the wooden figure,
Okay.
Mhm.
and so she's gonna write a little thank you note,
Oh.
and then Rain's gonna find Devanya, hand her the piece of paper, and just walk off.
Okay. I'm gonna open it up.
It says, "Thank you for my carving. You have a beautiful talent." And that's it.
She almost looks like she's about to cry. And she puts it in her. The extra special stuff to her is gonna be put in her pouch of gemstones. So like,
That's so sweet.
Oh, there was more. I was like, is that it? Well, no.
How much we got? How much we got?
Some friends. There we go. I was like, I know I'm leaving something out, so there we go. And that's it. That's final.
Okay.
Maybe I'll sit back down and keep staring at more.
Nice. Galthor, did you have something?
I'm not flirting.
More? Anything this morning?
Is Devanya staring at me?
Oh my
Other
god.
than exchanging awkward glances and cocking one eyebrow, like, what's up with that?
Okay.
Oh god, I about died.
Awesome.
Choked on my spit.
Oh no.
Not awesome, Dan. Shush.
It sounds pretty funny. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm glad you're all right. Yeah.
Not silver, okay.
Nice. And Emil, anything this morning?
Just food.
Okay. So y'all fill your bellies. Some pretty good food here. And before you head off to where you know you're supposed to meet. Right. Accountsperson Shuffletrot arrives and joins you for some breakfast. Talks about, heading out after this, grabbing anything you need, and borrowing any RP in that. You'll all find yourselves in a teleportation room here. And Scarlett's sitting up on the counter, sort of kicking her legs back and forth. All right, I'm eager to get back. Whew. I like this city, and it's really nice to visit, but it gets so pricey after like an hour of being here. I want to get back home. And Tavania, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for being okay, going along with everyone here, and all that you've done so far.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna put in a really good word at the guild. Nice. Well, let's get back now. I was a little concerned about teleporting directly to teleportation circle. I've tried to keep it a low profile that all of us are traveling together, but with this new network of information that Sterling Sam put out, we keep hearing that this information is getting out somehow. So I have just asked them, as an impromptu decision, that are always great when I make them, to teleport us a little bit off course. We're gonna not to another circle, but they're gonna actually just cast a teleport spell and send us to the keep. Okay.
What? The keep?
Oh, you'll see. She hops off the counter and hustles over and starts grabbing hands. Here we go! And a couple of the mages are like, all right.
Let's get this over with.
They put hands on, and everyone has to, connect hands. All right, everybody hold hands. Here we go. And you get pulled in, folded in time and space, out of this area, the city of Metz, along behind you now, and you arrive in the courtyard of the keep. It's been a while since you've seen it. You get the grounds are looking, I don't know. Gosh, how would they be looking, Felix? Would they be looking adequate or really well kept up or in disarray?
Oh man, that's a good question. Yeah, I feel like Felix probably hasn't had a whole lot to occupy his time, so he might pick up gardening or something. Yeah, no, that's what he was working on before. That's right.
Exotic topiaries.
Yes. Nice.
Grow your own ingredients.
Exotic topiaries.
I always
After
like to
dark.
experiment.
Awesomes. All right, let me get this image up here. We'll share it out. Here's the keep, y'all. There we go. Boop. All right. And let's see who's Nala's not here right now. It would just be Felix. So Brewer, he's going back to his own place. So it's all of you. Before you stands the keep with the front door currently closed. It is probably 9:30 in the morning. It's chilly here, as it is roughly everywhere along this latitude. But there's actually about 2.5 inches of snow on the ground here. So it's pretty chilly. It's around freezing. How the keep's looking kind of inviting. What do y'all want to do?
What is this place?
Aaron runs into the keep.
Yeah, Kaylin's going straight in to check on Felix since they haven't seen him since everything happened.
Okay.
So.
And I'm just like, what is going on?
We're home!
It's like,
where might they find
is
Felix if they find
what
him?
I'm talking about.
Felix is probably in the back. So that's, I believe. Wait. Where did we teleport to? I believe, if I remember correctly, the back of the keep has where the teleportation circle is.
Yeah,
is that right?
It's a little ways out beyond it, through some woods. But yeah, teleported. But everyone bamfed right into the front, the courtyard. So it would be the courtyard, and then the building, and then some forest, and then the mage circle.
Felix will probably just be doing some basic gardening in the back, just pruning back the weeds or something like that.
Oh, okay, so they start running, through the house and kind of see a little figure, through the windows. So anyone that runs out of the back or out on a balcony to see you, how does Felix look?
He probably has like dark circles around his eyes, just because with the strange message that he got, he's a little concerned. He'll probably have like pruning shears in his hands and shout, "Who's there?"
Felix, hi!
Oh, thank goodness! It.
Come to the kitchen. Morton and I made something that you are going to absolutely lose your mind over. She's gonna run inside and run to the kitchen.
Kaylin will find Felix directly, and as soon as she sees him, she's going to hug him.
Aww.
That's so sweet.
Hi, Kaylin. It's good to see you too.
I am so glad you're okay.
Yeah. What was the message about? Everything's fine so far.
We'll talk.
Okay. To the kitchen?
Sure.
What did they find in the kitchen, Galathor, as Aaron Wynn races ahead?
Pantry is definitely fully stocked. Yeah, sharp knives. Everything is in order. Everything has its place.
Okay.
It won't be in a minute.
Nice.
Are you saying that I'm a messy cooker, a messy chef? Because she definitely is.
Nice. Okay. So you find after Kaylin gives Felix a warm embrace and is just relieved to see him. Emil, as you arrive and see Felix, anything that you want to do? Or?
I think Emil is probably going to try and make sure that Rain and Devanya feel welcome and are introduced to Galathor.
Okay.
Emil will be a little bit more reserved, and again, Emil's trying to embrace this whole "I'm not a rogue, I'm a cleric" now thing. So he's trying to think of other people. So I think that's what he would do.
Okay, nice. So Aaron, as you enter the kitchen, you see again, this kitchen is beautiful. It has all the tools, pantry fully stocked, and even a couple recipes sort of being worked out on paper on the counter, if that sounds right, Felix.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take a glance at some. Is there anything in particular, Felix, that or do you want me to come up with anything?
Go for it, Dan.
Okay. So you see a couple of things, some that look extraordinary. Different pastries, different, what do you call it? Savory breakfasts and savory baked goods. And but one kind of catches your eye as you're reading. It says, sauce on top, crust it deeper. And you flip through the notes and you flip it over, and it's not quite what you and Mort came up with, but independently, in Felix's studies, he came up with effectively like I guess that would be like a Chicago style.
Chicago style.
Yeah. With a different style pizza with his time here.
Mort, look, have you been talking to them? Look at this. This is genius. I love it.
It was bound to happen.
I love
it. It was only a matter of time.
Oh, it's amazing.
Deep crust. Interesting. How long do you bake it for?
Oh, I think about half an hour to an hour or so.
Oh, much longer than ours. Ours only takes 10, 12 minutes. So if you're in a hurry, ours would probably be a little
Aaron
better.
then starts making the crust, making the dough for the crust so she can make a breakfast pizza.
Nice.
Felix is taking notes.
Awesome. All right, so Rain and Devanya, you see this gigantic keep, all this wooded land around, and out through the back windows, you see this huge, gorgeous lake. Sort of in the distance, but not too far. Still clearly part of this property. And with that, we'll wrap up tonight's session.
I have a question, Dan.
Go for it.
and you and I can talk about this,
Mhm.
but do I see any spirits, particularly any tiefling spirits?
Oh, we'll roll for that at the top of next session. Ooh. Exciting.
Nice.
Well, as always, thank you, players. Magnificent. We'll get a little more downtime here, so you can let me know if you have any skills or money-making things you want to do, skills you want to learn, spells you want to learn, things like that, and we'll make it happen. We'll work that out. But I'm so excited. Stormfall, you're all back at the keep, and Felix is there, and there's pizza. I love it.
Felix isn't dead.
Yay! Thank goodness. Yeah. Another check in the win column.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, viewers, of course, as well, for all your hilarity and hype and all that you offer. Love having you here. Makes it so much, all the more fun. Excuse me. Okay. So for anyone that's new, you've been watching Stormfall, our Friday night campaign stream every week between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Eastern. We have a lot of suspense and drama here. Every Saturday night, as of March 28th, so end of next month, well, D20 TV, Kim is going to be running a brand new campaign in that misty covered quadrant of Astral Lenore. So look forward to that. In the meantime, every Saturday night at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, she's doing prep stuff, lore and DM style and stuff, so tune in for that. Every Sunday night, we have the Obsidian Scar that Victoria DMs, which is super fun. We're the proper naughty campaign is all I can say to sum it up best, I think. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. All of these are 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Monday, that's a Sunday night. And then Monday night, we have a campaign that our own Steph here DMs, The Forsaken. And that's the campaign where we as players pick up all the quests, no matter how small or big.
Yeah.
And, yes.
You guys are good at it.
I have a slight problem.
Yeah. I must know all the things. I'm too curious. It'll kill us or kill me at one point, I'm sure. But and then every Tuesday night, we have our All Evil campaign, Kier's Lament, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern every Tuesday. And then every Wednesday night, starting the week right after the 28th, the crossover campaign is on the 28th of March. We'll start Madbird Squawks, which Victoria coined as D&D therapy, which is just a talk show where we get to we have different players from different campaigns answer questions and also just kind of break down big things that have happened over the past week.
It's basically like Talk Spockina, but therapy.
Yes. It's very therapeutic to talk it all out and and such and share with chat. All right. If you missed any episodes, you're like, ooh, this is fun, I want to catch some of those shows or previous episodes, you can check out our YouTube. Please consider hopping over there, given that you'll subscribe if you want. And if that's still not enough D&D for you, then you can join our Discord D&D, which I'm a little behind on this week because I do a lot of it on my phone and that's dead. But it's a play as you can type of thing. Ooh, yep, thank you, Em. Thank you, Melissa, for the merch link. If you're like, ooh, this is extra cool, let's get some merch. Check that out. Oh, thank you, Danny. And just to give props from tonight, thank you very much, Mariah, for the host. Yay! And thank you, Kim, for the host. And thank you, Kim, for the subs, the gift subs. That was amazing. And thank you, Danny, for the cheer. Nice. It's like, hey, it's good to be back. Good to be back home again. Awesome. Yes. Yes, it is.
Before we go out there, from the anniversary me Forever National One, I have to go back, but Dana and I were talking about this, and we want you as the viewers to pick the charity of the choice. So if you have a charity of your choice, tweet at Madbird, me, and Danny for charity of your choice on Twitter. Links, I don't have chat up or I would do the thing. But
yeah, I gotcha.
thanks. So if you have a charity of choice you guys want to for us to donate, I have to figure out how much money Dan is going to match.
Yep.
As well.
Bad bird. Woo-woo. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yes. So let us know, and we will use the most popular one. Maybe I'll do a poll. And share that.
I think what we're gonna do, and Dan you and I can talk about it, is for like which charities get the most mentions. I'm gonna put a poll up,
Okay.
and you guys can vote on that on my Twitter. So.
All right. Look forward to that. Yay! Awesome. All right, well, I hope you all have a fantastic night, and we'll catch you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.